Sweden has a massive goose problem. Wildfowl are messing up farmland and get the blame for bird flu outbreaks across Europe. However, we have hunters and they are here to help.
Manic. Absolutely manic. Never experienced anything like it.
It's been a few years since Roy launched himself out of his coffin blind with goose guides Simon and his father Uffe, alongside French YouTube star Philiou. That was summer shooting, this is winter, and we have an all-new lineup. We have Wayne Martin, Catapult Supremo and a AAA clay shot from the UK. From Germany and the Hunt on Demand video platform, we have the Hunter brothers, Gerold and Paul. They're best known for their wild boar shooting, and they're handy with a shotgun too.
So what do you shoot with a shotgun?
Normally I shoot raccoons with a shotgun.
We know this, we talked about this last night, but yeah, you enjoy your raccoon shooting.
Yes, I really enjoy raccoon shooting out of the trees. And yeah, we have good nights in Germany for that.
Carl from Aimpoint has promised 2 days of hunting after a day of training at the beautifully situated Susa Gardens Playground, midway between Gothenburg and Malmö. Wayne, Gerold and Paul are kitted out with 12-bore semi-autos with the Aimpoint Micro S1 red dot sight. Now, let's be honest, Wayne is super sceptical about having a red dot on the gun.
Just move your head around just to see if there's
yeah. Oh,
found it?
Yeah.
All those hours of clay bashing, thousands and thousands of shells, and building up sight pictures and muscle memory, it could be a problem. And, oh yes, he's never shot a semi-auto.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, you can literally just put it in, drop it in.
Yep.
Obviously I shoot both eyes open, so it kind of becomes obscured a little bit by the edge of the sight, if you like, until it then comes back into your vision inside it somehow. I mean, this cross, it wasn't taking a big gap, so I could still see it inside the reticle when I was shooting. However, when you get something with a bigger lead, I think you're going to see the red dot. You're also going to see the edge of the sight, but you're going to see the clay outside of the reticle. Yeah. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, like computing it. Because it's like, normally you can see your lead, and that's all you can see. But here you're going to see your target, your clay, and possibly the outside of the reticle in between it. So, don't know how that's going to work.
After the first stand, Wayne needs to work some stuff through. Culls told him that where the red dot is, the shot will go. It's messing with his mind, so we come up with a back of clay box plan.
What's the plan here, Wayne? Are you actually going to...
I'm going to try and make it go wrong.
You're trying to make it go wrong, okay.
Yeah. Well, I want to test it. It's quite a confusing thing for me that you can look through here at any angle, see the red dot and the shot still go where the red dot's placed. Usually, by moving your head over on the stock, your pattern will impact in different places. So, which obviously why a good gun mount, good gun fit, it's imperative to good shooting. So, but with this obviously is designed so that you can mount the gun slightly wrong and the shot still be placed where the red dot is. So I'm thinking if I move my head, I want to prove it to myself that it works.
Yeah.
So if I do mount it wrong and my head's off the stock, but I still see that red dot, I want to know that the shot's still going where that red dot is.
Okay.
So I'm going to do this wrong. So if it looks cack-handed, that's why. Have a look.
It moved.
Yeah. I don't think you can argue with that really, can you? I had the red dot right over in the side of the reticle here, and obviously it's not a massive board we've got there, but you can see the concentration. We're only using 24 gram cartridges, and the mass concentration of the shot is definitely central. You know, it's not off to one side, they're not missing the box at all, the balance is very even across the whole thing. In fact, there's probably the edge of your pattern. That would be dead centre, and I mounted that completely wrong. So I don't know how it works. It works, it definitely works.
So that it's clear to novice shots watching this, David asks Wayne to repeat the explanation, but from the front.
You want to see me not mounting properly?
Yeah, I want to see what you actually did.
Okay. Well, normally, obviously, you'd mount and you'd have your eye down the centre of the rib, so you can see the red dot clearly. Yeah. So what I've done was I've done that, and then I cocked my head off to the side.
Okay.
So normally that would obscure your sight with your eye with the front bead, so your pattern wouldn't go where you're looking, because you've got an obviously obscured angle at the bead. But somehow this counteracts that, and that red dot, even though my head was off the stock to the side, still placed the shot where the red dot was.
So
even though
ignoramus, that doesn't seem as if you've moved your head very far, but for a clay shot,
oh, it's massively. Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. That if you didn't have that red dot on there and you were using the bead as a reference, your shot would go nowhere near where you were looking.
Okay, go on, hit another box then.
Right, so there's me aimed properly. I'm going to cock my head off to the side. So I brought my head right off the stock, over to the side, and I'm pretty confident that's going to be central. Yeah. Now, can you explain that how that works to me?
No pressure, Carl.
Exactly. As I told you before, that's exactly how it works.
But how? What?
It's because there's no magnification, and that makes it parallax free, which means that there will be no change of where you have the point and where you hit. Where if you have a magnified optic, the most important thing is that you mount the gun exactly right every time. So you need to have the eye perfectly behind the optics with a magnified scope. Otherwise, you're going to be off, because there's going to be a change of where you aim and where the crosshair is going to be. But here, because it's a reflection of the diode, the U changing is not going to change where that is. And that means that the focus point where the red dot is and where the barrel is, they will always stick together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
can't
no matter
works,
if you have a lot of close on, or you come up in the wrong position because you're shooting sitting down, no matter where and how the gun is mounted to you, as long as you see the red dot, that's where the barrel is going to send the shot.
Amazing bit of kit, to be honest.
Yes. Yeah, it's really very helpful. So
I tried to make it go wrong, but it didn't work.
no. So now we're going to test it.
With newfound confidence, if a little brain fried, Wayne and the Hunter brothers start smashing their way through the stands. It also gets competitive. Can Wayne hit the crossing rabbits with one shell?
Oh.
You ready, Wayne?
Yeah. Well. Yeah!
You want to try? Very good first try.
So this is our position.
It's time for Simon to step in and simulate what will be expected of the guns when in the coffin blinds. Safety is paramount.
So tomorrow, when the geese are coming towards us, and they get closer and closer and closer, I'm gonna call the shots. So when I call, yeah! Everyone races at the same time, so we shoot at the same time at a good distance. So everyone are going to be shooting on my call.
Again, the goose
Nice
gauntlet
one,
is
Don.
thrown down. Some of the coffins are hotter than others.
Yep.
Oh!
That was one for Wayne. Yep.
Oh, just hold on. So far, Hunter Brothers 0, Wayne Martin 1. Maybe.
2, 3.
2.
Don't know.
Yeah, been out of sight and out of earshot as well.
Good.
There's going to be some fast reaction shooting tomorrow. We leave the playground and head north to a block of farmland where the greylags and Canadas are hammering the pasture. The Swedes call them Canadians. This is where Simon plans for us to be setting up under cover of darkness tomorrow morning.
We will try to do that.
So what kind of numbers have we got on this field here?
I would say around maybe between 500 and 600, closer to 600. But we have on the next field we have 250 more, so it's almost up to 1,000 geese.
1,000 geese just here.
Not far from it.
Yeah.
We have a nice wind, good weather, so I think this will be great. And we can lay on the grass, so we can skip the mud. We can be a bit cleaner at least.
As we are on grass, we deploy the white swan blinds.
Just need to get everything out on the field, right?
We also need to wear white lab coat style shooting outfits. Apparently it doesn't faze the geese that they are 10 times the size of a normal bird. It's cold and incredibly still, making Simon's game plan difficult to execute. Geese land into the wind. With no wind, it's down to his gut instinct and experience.
So, Mr. Martin, how you feeling?
Nervous, excited. Ulf's literally just said we better start getting our kit ready, get ready to get in, because he's expecting some early greylag. So they're going to be coming from that side and from there, so we're expecting to come directly towards us. There's not much wind, so they're not quite sure yet which way they're going to be coming in. So coming in round from behind and landing into the wind. But with no wind, we're not really sure what's going to happen. So we might have to get out and jiggle things around a bit, but we'll get there.
As a stunning morning breaks, it's not looking promising. Then we finally get some shooting.
How do you do?
Didn't get any then. We had literally two in front of us, probably 40 yards out. None of us hit one. I think I dropped 3 for 3 there. Did you? Yeah. I think.
There are big gaps between groups, and eventually Simon calls it. The change in the weather has blown our chances of a big day.
It's quite an impressive setup, isn't it?
Yeah, massive. Real big operation. We've probably got 150 geese out, decoys, I would think.
It's all hands on deck for the tidy up. This is a big operation.
We had, I don't know, we had quite a lot of greylags in the beginning, but also in these conditions with the sun, they literally see anything. And we have, I don't know, 12, 15 GoPros everywhere. And
your GoPros, not mine.
I mean, who got the money shot? Huh? Let's see. One of my GoPros. But if it's grey and if it's a bit windy and so on, they're not as scared as they are when it's perfect conditions. So we had a lot of greylags coming around and then just leaving. So, but I think we shot okay. We got quite some geese of the ones that came.
Yeah, I think we made the most of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we did our part. We had a cameraman at one point running around, ass up, drone up, nothing working, and all the geese were flying around. But that's, I mean, that's how it is, David. We're working with you.
Hey,
huh?
I've got to be busy. I've got to get the money
exactly.
shot. Right, Mr. Martin, what did you find for your first morning? Your first morning on the geese?
Adrenaline filled. At some points, you could hear the wind going through their wings, like as they literally just come over the top of your blind, and it's like, oh, it's there. You know, they go, and it's like, up, and you just, it's just manic. But their heart's racing. Which one? Bang, bang, drop, drop. Yeah, good stuff. Real good stuff.
Okay. We've still got some more to play with.
Yes, yes.
Oh, sorry, you've got a hunter brother jumping in here.
Yeah.
Look at,
As you can see,
He's showing his trophy.
that's the first goose of Wayne. As you can see, it was a really good shot. Weidmann's high.
Gerold, what did you think of this morning?
That was
is
the problem
this new
today.
for you? I mean, you're wild boar boys, aren't you?
Yeah, the really good thing on geese hunting is you can hunt in a group and you can speak and have fun and so on. It's not like wild boar hunting where you have quiet and be alone all the time. And this is a very social hunt, I think.
Definitely.
I think we showed some terrible shooting today, especially I. But yeah, that's the fun thing about geese hunting. No! You got one,
That evening we're treated to smoked goose and horseradish starter, followed by goose fajita wraps, which are amazing. And yes, some of it is Canada goose meat. Those that dismiss Canada goose meat need to learn how to prepare it. Dawn and the weather is cold, wet and windy. Perfect.
What a difference a day makes. Slightly different conditions, isn't it?
Completely different, yeah. It's not as cold this morning. There's a real bite to the wind, but there's a hell of a lot of wind coming off the sea from over on the west. So we're setting the blinds up at the moment with our backs to the wind. The plan is the bird's going to come in off the sea, circle around the blinds and then land into the wind. So we're currently facing that way. The birds are going to be coming from that way, but landing in this way, we think, we hope.
Now you like your game cooking. What do you think of the goose we had last night?
Fantastic. I eat a lot of goose anyway, or when I get geese I eat it. But I've never eaten it like that. Smoked, it was lovely. Really nice.
Excited about today?
Very excited about today. I've woken up this morning, walking out the hotel and getting hit by this wind. You're sort of like, yeah, this is what we want. So if it's going to go right, it's going to go right today.
Everyone is buzzing. Yesterday was the dress rehearsal. This is the main event. When they come, they just keep coming.
Look at the Dane go.
It's full on for about an hour. Simon choreographs the shooting to maximise our effectiveness. Everyone shoots well and everyone is in the shooting. What a fantastic morning, thanks to the fieldcraft and hours of reconnaissance the guys put in.
Your experience of this was pretty limited before we came out, so yeah, how did it...
It was very limited before I came out. It was literally a pot shot at a goose that had happened to go over. So this was my first time decoying geese. Yesterday, like I say, didn't really go to plan, but this morning was manic. Absolutely mad. Never experienced anything like it. You're up, you're shooting, and then all of a sudden you're trying to reload, and then more geese coming. You're trying to reload. You're trying to stay still in your hide while trying to reload with cold hands. And then it's right, go, and you back up, and then some will come in and turn off because there's one bad one in the pattern. It's right, get out and change that. So everyone's up, change it back round, right, back in the hide. It's all go, go, go. Literally for an hour non-stop. It was fantastic.
Who do you think this would appeal to?
I can't see it not appealing to anybody. You've got birds coming in at you. It's so fast paced, it's adrenaline fueled. You know, you can see them coming through the hive and you've got to wait, and you see these geese coming in at you, and they're coming in at you and you think, surely he's going to call, you know, then go, and you literally flip the hide up, and sometimes they're 10 metres in front of you, you know, and as soon as they see you, of course, they're turning and hitting the wind because they're landing into the wind, so they're broadside and they're going up. It's so fast paced.
With the Hunter brothers having to catch a ferry home, we head back to the larder to process the birds. With the heat of the birds steaming up the camera lens, we find out where this amazing wild meat is heading.
We smoke the good stuff, and the damaged one we are making sausages and hamburgers and so on.
Okay, I can just say the smoked stuff is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's been another fantastic hunting trip to Sweden with Aimpoint. We shot geese, prepared geese, ate geese, made some new friends, and met up with some old ones. Plus, converted orthodox clay shooter Wayne Martin into the way of the S1. To learn more about the S1, go to aimpoint.com or email them at HQ and they'll advise you on what you need. If you fancy hunting with Simon, visit Gasjaktiwest.se, link in the description below.